These are good storytelling exercises that you need to practice if you want to become a very good storyteller. Hi, my name is Messi, and I share tips and tricks on how you can become a good storyteller. And today I will be giving you three exercises that you can use to become a better storyteller. Now, these are things that have worked for me, and that is why I want to share them here so that you can implement it. The first exercise is to try to create a mini story from an object. For example, let's say you're standing in front of a tree in the cool of the evening and then you look at that tree. You can create a story like it was a very windy evening and the tree was moving in line to the wind. And under that particular tree, there was a man and a woman who were having a very heated discussion. And from there, you would see that you would begin to create things from there. Now, one good thing that this thing does for you is that it helps you to be very creative. It helps you to put your mind to use. Like, you will not know that you can do something until you try it. So this is the first exercise that I've tried and I've used that has worked for me. The second exercise is to practice it. Act that particular scene that you have created in your head. Now, I remember so much that when I was growing up, this was one thing that I always did all the time. I didn't even know the meaning of what I was doing, but I know that most times whenever I'm alone, or maybe most times I'm walking around the compound, in my head, stories will begin to form. And what I would do those times is that I will go and stand in front of the mirror and I'll begin to practice these things that are forming in my head. Now, let's say in my head, I'm thinking about a man and a woman that are quarreling and then people are like coming to separate them. In my head, I am the man, I am the woman, I am the people that are coming to separate them. Now, when I want to try to act it out, like talk to myself in the mirror, I would not act it in the way that I am. If I say that, if I want to act the scene of a man, I would obviously make my voice deeper and I will show the expressions he's giving. If I want to act the scene of a woman, I would obviously make my voice higher than it is now because then I was a child. I'll make it higher than it is now and I will act it. If I want to act the part of the people that are coming to separate them, I will do it. And remember, that when you're acting these things, you put the emotions to it. If the man is angry, you try to act like the angry man. If the woman is crying, you try to act like the angry woman. In that way, you'll be able to attach an emotion to the reaction. Somebody said something. He said that if you want to make that thing better, you can try and record yourself doing that thing. Then after recording, you go back and watch it to be sure that you got all the emotions and reactions correctly. Me then, what I was doing was just looking at a mirror. And looking at the mirror, you did not really capture that moment. So you cannot go back to it. So it's best that you try to act out those things that you have made up in your head while recording yourself so that you can go back and watch how it is and then you can be able to improve. The importance of this exercise is that once you've practiced and you've recorded yourself, you can go back and see it. You can go back and see the kind of emotions that you were giving in the statement to know whether it's best suited for that particular scene. Because you know that storytelling has to do with emotion. Any story that doesn't have emotions in it will never captivate people. So it helps you to be able to attach your emotions well to a particular story. The third exercise would be to always try to document all the scenes that you've created in your head. Now, if you've not watched my video about what a story bank is, I think you need to know so that you can understand better. Now, I also remember that then whenever I'm creating story, even till now, before I knew what a story bank was, whenever I'm creating a story in my head and I know that, okay, this story is important, I try to write it down. I try to document it. If I can't write it down, I take my phone and I record it. Like I record when I'm saying the whole scene, playing it out. And then after recording, I save it back. So whenever I need that particular story, I can be able to use it. So you should learn how to document your stories. And documenting your stories basically is you having a story bank. Learn how to document your stories every time so that whenever you need them, you can go back to it and, use it. So I'll be leaving the link to what a story bank is in my description box below so that you can understand better what a story bank is and how you can have your own story bank. So that brings us to the end of this lesson. I hope you learned something today. Please always try to practice these exercises so that you can be good in storytelling and you can be able to deliver exceptional stories. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.